Okay, we are live. We are live. Live. Once again, being quite consistent with these lives, which is, I'm happy about because I do enjoy doing them. So, yeah, hopefully. Well, we'll see as well if we have a green day in the stock market. Because so far it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good indeed. Wait for people to join. So AMD in the pre-market's flat at the moment. Iron's got its logo updated. I've just seen on Trading212. And Oscar hasn't got his logo updated just yet, as you can see here. Iron's got its logo updated. Oscar hasn't. That's the only thing that's pet peeve of mine. I don't want it to be updated. But yeah, no. If we have a green day, it's always green. Yeah, to be fair, and it's just been insane how green everything's been, and sometimes I'm just like, it is mad, isn't it? It is seriously crazy. You're just like waiting for that day to drop, and it just isn't dropping. Dylan's just woke up. It's already 2 p.m. Have you seen the Bitcoin ETNs on Trading212 now? Yeah, I thought they weren't putting them out on Trading212, or they're not putting them out in the ISA. Can you search it on here? Like, is it? I don't know how it works. Because I thought they weren't going to release it actually on Trading212. I got like an email saying they weren't, but yeah, if we got a crash, like, obviously I would want that just to be able to load up more. So that is obviously the reason why I would want it to. It's just because at the moment I feel like, obviously I've got the price targets of where I feel like some of these stocks are going to go in the few years to come. But so like any price in some ways of my stocks personally is a good price to buy if I feel like it's going to hit those. But I guess in some ways being greedy and would like a lot more shares. If the market could go down, because and as an investor, it does go down eventually, but at the moment it's just been green all the time, so it's a bit of a weird one. And I was just hoping, and don't get me wrong, I've still been buying into the market. I'm not timing the market because I've just got in. But what I mean is I would want to buy heavy into something. It's kind of like when it's that situation, when everything was down in April and it was just like everything was just great to buy. Like you're looking around everywhere and you're like, that's a good deal, that's a good deal, that's a good deal. Whereas at the moment, there's not like things screaming at you, that's a good deal. I don't know about you guys. It's out in the ISA until April, then you have to buy them in. Oh, okay. Holding Fubo in hopes of Fubo's like a Disney merger. That's what I'm gonna I might hold out a bit with the financials. I just want to see what happens there. So yeah, what is your next stock you would want to start a position in? I've been debating whether to get into Amazon or Meta for the invest account when I start putting money into the invest account. What stocks do you hold, Whispered? It's good to see the market properly recover a bit now. You could say the market's kind of... you can't really, can you? It's just not... I was going to say it's been a bit sideways for... It just hasn't, though. when I mean sideways in the last week, where it's gone up, down, up, down, up, down, and I've been hovering around the same. But what I've noticed is like iron, for example, some of the hot stocks that have been doing very well, the ones that aren't like profitable, you could say, are struggling. Like even Fubo, they're not profitable. They are struggling. Iron struggling, whereas some of these other stocks seem to be holding up well. So yeah, I mean, what's ASTS? I mean, to be fair, that's done so well. But do you know what I mean? And last week was like that, like those type of stocks seem to have been cooling off a bit, which is quite interesting to see. I do want to get more Grab. You know, I'm even debating whether to buy some Grab now. Maybe on stream. Amazon. Yeah, no, that's no. They sound good. Good stock. Duolingo looks interesting as well. How's everyone's day at work then? Because I know a lot of you either have the screen on the left or right, well, right, or whatever. You have a second screen, or you listen to the streams almost like a podcast in a way while doing the work. The return ROI, return of investment on your Palantir. Yeah, I mean the Palantir position is mad, but it's weird. It's mad. It is a bit mad because like I did see it being like this one day. I didn't think it'd be like this year or this much. Let's say I knew I'd be up quite a bit, but yeah, it's mad. It's still crazy to see the position, and that's as well. Like I've sold pretty much my initial investment. This is like the gains that I've made now. There's no like, there's a bit of money still in, but like a lot of it I did sell my initial investment, and this is the thing. Like I was so convinced. I had a strong conviction on this, even when I was down a lot, because I just I did. I had strong conviction in it, and obviously, you look like a right idiot when you're down a lot, and I was, to be honest with you, because like I said previously, like I didn't understand valuations at all, like at all back then. So I was only convicted and investing into the company because of the belief of what the product is and believing in the product, but I didn't understand like, oh, this is actually, you're paying a massive premium at the moment. Do you know what I mean? But that's a lesson I've learned, and I'm glad I've learned that a lot at a younger age. So it's yeah, and I think there's a few stocks. I think Grab. I do think Grab. I mean, I haven't been loading up, and that's not been good from me because like I was looking at the EPS estimates on Physical AI. Love this website. Um, if you have a look here, like where we're at, 2025, consensus of being about 5 cents in EPS. And then we go on to 11 and then 16. And this is off analysts, by the way. So they could be underdoing it, possibly. And when they start really, and that's when you start seeing a lot of growth in the stock price, when you start seeing this. And it just reminds me a bit like SoFi, how SoFi for however long, where do we go from? Do we go from here? Go from here to all the way here. that's a that's 900 days of just trading sideways. Mad, isn't it? And it's like people say opportunity cost there, but actually you could have looked at it as like that was your time to really load up on shares, just constantly buy and buy and buy and buy and get the shares in at such good prices. And then when obviously they started posting bigger EPS numbers because they become profitable, the stock price started rising, and it's kind of like what I'm seeing with possibly what Grab could be. Um, so and it's because Grab's been trading sideways for a long time, and that's fine, but like it's not fine when I'm not loading up on shares, and I'm not loading up on shares. I've it's not good. I should really be loading up on shares, build a more position, build a bigger position. Yeah, it just hovers around 550 to 650. Would you consider buying stocks like Iron? I mean, I've been eyeing up Iron. Obviously, I've got one share of Iron, as you can see here. I'm up 35%, but it looks like these type of stocks are going to start cooling off a bit, because they kind of need to. I think a lot of these smaller cap stocks have been very, very hot, to be honest. They've been trading and at quite big premiums, to be honest. And there's a lot. It's quite speculative, to be honest, with these type of stocks. It could be huge and could be great. I've not looked massively into Iron, so I can't comment too much. But even just some of these other speculative stocks, they've run so much, and it's like they are trading at a huge premium. So a lot of the stocks that aren't profitable really seem to be getting hit hard. Uh, um, take a grand out of pounds and put and buy. Grab my advice if I was you. Yeah, I could sell more. Palantir, I kind of want to pretend that doesn't. It's just not in my portfolio. I know that probably sounds a bit ridiculous and mad, but it's just honestly, it's a stock I just want to be involved and have a big position in. Yes, it could half. It is what it is, but I want 500 shares of it, and I could sell now, buy lower, and get more shares that way maybe. But I just don't want to trade it. It is what it is. Like, focus on my income streams and make as much money as I can, so I still can put in money into Grab. And I think I am going to start buying Grab, and I might even buy some on stream. To be honest with you, I'm really tempted. Um, and Grab is essentially a little bit like Uber, if I had to say, out in Asia. And Uber couldn't compete with Grab, so they had to actually buy a stake of Grab. I think they bought, I don't know the percentage off the top of my head, but they bought a bit of Grab because they just couldn't compete with Grab. Um, they tried, and yeah, it's food delivery service, taxis. As soon as I got out of the airport, you just see Grab everywhere. When I was out in Indonesia, they're dominating it, and so the tech that they got is really good. Um, they get into financial services a bit as well. Um, in some ways, a bit like SoFi to an aspect, to a little aspect. They're a bit of an all-in-one app, super app out there in Asia. So yeah, yeah. Beyond Me is being crazy. What happened here then? Is this a short squeeze or something? Like, what's happened here? I know they've been, what's it called? The short float or whatever. Like, it was very high. People shorting the stock like crazy, and it's just gone up loads. But I don't know if there's much news on it. Yeah, Tau doing well. Casper's not. Bull bear market in 2026. What are your predictions? the rate that we've been going this year, I don't know. It's really hard to say because we're in this whole new AI industry as well. A lot of big companies spending a lot of money, but then also it's showing that their revenues are also growing while they're spending. So, and the earnings are looking good. I mean, it's going to be an interesting Q3 and Q4, isn't it, for all the earnings, like it always is, to be honest. But it's hard to say. What are you thinking to do with your Nike stock? I mean, I wouldn't say I've got a position in Nike. It's just like there. Do you know what I mean? Just to see. Obviously, if I had a position, I'd be averaging down at this point, but I'm just not doing that because I'm not building a position in it. But I just think Nike is a good turnaround play in the next few years. Could be completely wrong. Honest looked interesting as well, how they're turning profitable. I mean, now obviously isn't looking good. I'm down 7% if I was to have done, but I would average down, like I said again, to bring it down. But you're going to be in these situations where no one's really going to be wanting to buy like Honest until they prove that they become profitable. Hence, when the share price starts exploding, and that's what I did with a lot of other stocks. I don't trade options now. I started investing when I was, depends when you class. Obviously, I touched and got into trading 212 when I was 18, so in 2018. But I didn't really invest at all. I don't class that. I would say when I started the YouTube channel, that's when I started really. So when 2020, 2021, and then started investing like every month, a year and a half ago. Yeah, I work full time. Currently taking a break, lunch break. I know it's a bit later because obviously the market. I just decided to take it a bit later on than normal lunch. And yeah, no, I'm a videographer. I'm an editor as well, so that's what I get up to. We're actually seeing blue sky. Yes, it's been depressing with all the grey clouds. Yeah, the amount of cash that Grab's got is very interesting, and it'd be interesting to see what information we could get about that. I mean, Tesla's earnings are tomorrow, which is going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Tesla's earnings. Scott, I would have a look into Grab. I mean, it's not done anything for a good year, to be honest. But I'm fine with that. Like, not every stock does well. Like, to be honest with you, I know a lot of you guys hold Ondas in the Discord. Like, this did nothing for years. Traded sideways. Stocks do that. I just look at it as like just as time to just accumulate as many shares as you can, which I've not been doing with Grab. So I've been going against, yeah. But yeah, no, guys, I still do work. By the way, this isn't my full-time job. YouTube. I'd love this to be my full-time job, but it's just not. You can't rely on it as a full-time income at the moment. So I just yeah, but I do it as much on the side as much as I can because I love doing this. I really do enjoy doing this, and I think it's just nice to have a balance between you're doing your videography, you're editing in that world, and then you go into this type of world. It's a different. Whereas I feel like doing the same thing all the time, I just can't. I'm just a person that can't do that. I get bored. DoorDash stock history. Grab is very similar, and if it can scale, it could have similar movements. I just find it interesting how Grab's going is in the finance sector as well. It's just like 113 billion market cap DoorDash, and then Grab is 20, is it? And it's got a few more different businesses within it. Grab. I haven't kept up to date too much with Grab recently, which is my fault. So I'm looking forward to the earnings and just listening in and seeing if there's any information that we can get. But I've been really focused on this, like SoFi, Oscar, and AMD, just keeping up a lot with that. Hey, welcome to the stream. Would you sell your AMD shares today for $300, considering there were no news and you could not buy AMD shares for the next? Would I sell my AMD now? Or are you saying like if a scenario happened? Do I think there's a stock market crash soon? I don't know about crash, but I think correction has to be due. Like, I just don't see how things can keep just doing this. Like, it's just healthy to have a pullback. We've had some pullbacks from the days and then it's rebounded quickly. I mean, we get a deal sorted with China, don't we, on the 1st of November? And I think it's interesting because Donald Trump has actually done a deal with rare earth minerals and like materials and things in Australia, because he had a meeting and they sorted something out, and that gives a bit of more power to create a deal with China, I'm guessing, because they then don't have as much leverage to kind of pull back. And I mean, I think I'm sure they're going to do a good deal, and we'll be fine. But at the moment, it's just a lot back and forth. Whatever Trump says, like, I would not be shocked if we got something this week of Trump going, "Oh, I'm going to do these tariffs again," and then now I'm not, and it's like, yeah. My favourite stocks right now, it depends on what you mean by like favourite. I mean, my favourite is Palantir. I just love the business, and what they could become. But if you had to say favourite stock in the sense of like making money and like obviously, and just like shorter term, what's looking attractive? Grab's probably looking attractive, to be honest, as a buy, because like I'm talking now, what should I buy? And I'm thinking Grab. I'm not in Ondus, no. Vitali, yeah, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming back to the streams. Yeah, no, it's been good doing these streams. I've really enjoyed it. We've got 3 minutes until the open. So, I mean, last stream, the market opened and it stayed pretty much similar and stayed the same. Yeah. But then it started picking up near the end of the day. So, do you know what? I wonder if I can get to 200,000 end of this month. Big, massive if, and the big depends on how the market goes. I haven't really had a chance to look into many of the stocks that people suggest because one, also, I'm not really here to wanting to look into more stocks, because I don't personally want to be buying any more stocks right now. Maybe when it comes to the invest account, when I start putting money into the invest account, because it's just so hard keeping up with so many different stocks and like, yeah, yeah. I mean, Scott, like, so this is the estimates for Grab. So yeah, getting to about nearly 5 billion in revenue in 2027, and then EPS 16. These are price targets. Is gold crashing? I don't even know. I'm not sure actually. I've not seen. I've got my crypto in a cold wallet. I've not given up on it. I'm just not buying any. Just letting it sit. Because it's not really done anything, has it? And I don't really want to have any more crypto right now, to be honest. I just want to focus on stocks. I like the fact that I've got a piece of crypto and a sizable-ish portfolio in crypto, but I don't know if I would want much more as of now. I mean, Bitcoin is something I've constantly been considering, so, but the market is open now, so let's see what happens. Let's see if we are going to be getting another green day. Yeah, if I had hit 200, I mean, I've already hit 200,000. If you put my crypto portfolio and this portfolio together, I've already hit over 200,000. But just having 200,000 in a stocks and shares ISA, like, that's insane. I still can't get over it. Like, I'm so grateful because like you got to remember that that's tax free as well. That's not like I'm not when I sell it, I'm not paying tax. It's tax free, the stocks and shares ISA. So that's the beauty of if you're able to just max out if you can the stocks and shares ISA, or just put as much as you can away, and then over time you'll see it compound and add up, and then you'd be like, oh, this is tax free money. I was looking at physical AI. If anyone is interested in the physical AI website, you can get a discount code if you use the link in the description. It's 15% off if you click the link in the description, physical AI, and yeah, you'll get 15% off. I mean, it is quite an expensive subscription, like for a normal, if you were looking at a day-to-day subscription, I guess, but I would say it's worth it if you're really serious about getting into stocks, because you can like type in like SoFi, for example, and get every single financials that you need. You got the estimates again, like the EPS. They're saying 76 cents by 2027. The analysts are saying the consensus. Yeah, I mean, you got some of a high of $1. Some analysts are saying for SoFi, which would be crazy good. $1 EPS would be insane. And then you've got the financials that you can have a look at. And then on top of that, you can look at their segments. So you can go into their lending revenue or their tech platform revenue. So let's say you click that and that. You can see their growth in that sector. It's very, 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 very good and very handy, to be honest. So I've been paying for it. I've been having them subscriptions every month. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth, I guess, if you are serious about the stock market. 1.2 trillion wiped out in gold. That's insane. That's insane. Uh, just shows that I don't have. We'll just go on the FSD CFD thingy. I mean, look how high it's climbed. It's a tiny little correction when you look at the big outside point of view. So it looks like we are going down today. I did hear about that, about the percentage into UK stocks. Yeah, I did actually hear about that. I'll give you a quick background then, how I started into investing. So when I was 18, I got given a bonus. Well, I could either have a bonus from Tesco or some shares in Tesco, and I took the bonus. But then I was like, because I was like, oh, if I ask for the shares, I'm like, well, I feel like I can't control that, and I want to be able to have it. And do you know what I mean? I know obviously they're saying they would give you them, but I just wanted to be like, oh, how can I buy them myself? So that's when I went online, saw Train 2 on 2, and then used the bonus money to buy Tesco shares on Train 2 on 2. And then, yeah, I did that. And then from there, I kind of dabbled into it, and then I did get into the CFDs, which obviously was not a good idea. Obviously, I'm going through this really quickly. And then COVID happened 2020, and I bought a lot of airline stocks, oil stocks, made some money from that. And then late 2020 going into 2021, no, it was 2021. No, it was 2021 because it was coming up to my birthday. I then started investing more, and I had about 7,500 to put into investments, I think, or I had in my investments, and started doing YouTube videos. And then I started doing YouTube videos from there. You can go on the channel now and have a look at my old videos. So if you're watching this right now and you want something to watch after the stream or now or whatever, like, look at my first video I uploaded, 7,500, I believe the portfolio was. And back then I didn't understand how to value a company, so there's some shocking stocks, to be fair. But you learn. That's the good thing, and that's what I love about the fact that I've tracked all these videos, and I can look back myself and go, wow, I had no idea. Even now, I might look back, because obviously I'm going to, like, you improve and you get more knowledgeable and you get more experience as time goes on. Like, when I'm in my 40s, I'm hoping that I would have a lot more knowledge and understand and experience of, yeah. So that's what I'm excited for. And yeah. Yeah, like, obviously now, with all the knowledge, like the knowledge I know now and the experience I know now, I'd love to go to my 18-year-old self and go, put as much money in and into this or that, and this is what you need to look for. But it's easier said than done. Like, I think it's good when I know it sounds bad, but when you do lose in the stock market, it humbles you and it makes you realise, and it makes you learn from mistakes. Where do I see SoFi going? I've got my price predictions in my Discord that I've put. So yeah, I think SoFi is just, it's got so much potential in the next few years. It also depends though how much SoFi is going to trade, what premium it's going to trade at. And what I mean by that is, like, what P ratio will it command? What will it have? Because that will justify obviously a larger stock price. Yeah, I was down a lot for a few years because I bought Palantir stupidly overvalued, like insanely overvalued, especially at a time when Palantir didn't have a proven concept of being able to make a lot of money or have a lot of growth. So I was paying for, I don't know what I was paying. Like, do you know what I mean? You're not, there was no track record. Obviously, people were buying, and I was buying into the concept of how good the product is and what it could be, but there was no proven track record of that being proven to do well. So I was paying a huge premium, and obviously that came at, in some ways you could say, an opportunity cost in a way, because 2-3 years I didn't make any money from it, but then obviously I made loads of money the year or two after. That's when you should have been buying up shares, and I did buy up shares. I just didn't probably buy enough. Well, obviously I didn't, like, now looking back, but it's easier said than done. And yeah, lessons learned. And guys, watching this, like, I'm not saying it, like, I'm also prepared in my head for this portfolio to not say 191,000. I'm prepared for this to say 130, 120. And I know that probably sounds mental, but that's what happens. Corrections happen, and your portfolio could drop like that, and that's just part of it. But then it'll drop to 120, 130. Hopefully I would be buying, because there'll be good prices. Market will start gaining, coming back. We'll go back into a bull run, and the 191,000 will be 250. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like a staircase. That's how my brain works and how I think with it all, and that's how I can manage my emotions with it, because I kind of know, I know what I'm holding. I know what the business models that they're doing. I know how fundamentally the financials are growing. Like, they're growing well, and if I was in a company that wasn't profitable and was all over the place with the revenues, or there's just nothing to go off, no track record, I would be scared. I'd be panicking. I'd be like, I can't hold this. Yeah, so if I could have a crazy run, possibly. So people are in Ondas. Let's have a look. Ondas down. It's kind of trading sideways now. ASTS. What's another stock that was just run up loads? Iron. Tesla's pretty much green going into earnings. Yeah, no, I've been enjoying these streams, these like market open lunchtime kind of streams, because it's just nice getting away from obviously the editing and your job, you could say, and just chatting to you guys, who we've all got the same goals. We want to become financially free. We want to help our families, friends, and that's what it's all about. And it's just nice to do that, and it's actually nice that there's actually some sun as well. It's actually making me quite happy, because it's been quite depressing with the grey clouds. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've realised the weather really does reflect my mood now. But yeah, no, it's been really good doing these streams, and yeah. Even if I don't really get many people watching, like, obviously it's nice to see people watching and supporting, but even if there was just like, I don't know, a few of us just in here, I still love it. Like, I mean, I did streams quite a few years ago, and I did it to when there was like 6 people in a stream, but it didn't like bother me. Do you know what I mean? There were still people to talk to. It'd be different if there was 0 viewers, because then it's like I am literally talking to myself. But yeah, cheers, DT. I appreciate you watching. Honestly, I appreciate every single one of you watching, especially when amidst live streaming, the biggest live streamer on stocks, and also it's a work day during the week. and people were at work at lunch. So the fear and greed index is kind of interesting at the moment because we're in fear. We're in fear, near extreme fear, and my portfolio's green as. So it's a bit crazy. um, we had some earnings today as well, Coca-Cola and things like that. They beat on their earnings. Is it? No. Is it running again? Look at it go. Just seeing if there's any like news or anything to look at. Yeah, so they beat on expectations. EPS of 82, um, and beating expectations of 78. Revenue was pretty much the same though. Um, green across the board really on earnings there for the first lot of earnings really. So good to see. It's Netflix tonight. That's going to be an interesting one to see. People are sleeping on banks. I mean, yeah, I heard they did well. Wow. Fair play. Yeah, so like a bit of a backstory. So I'm a videographer, so I'm not gonna lie, I do pretty well with my videography business. Um, so that's how I make money as well. Or that's how I make money. But then also in the last year, my YouTube channel's made money mainly from the Train 2 on 2 sponsorship, like affiliate links. So when I do TikToks, I'll do like if you want a free fractional share, use my code Ben, and then I get a commission for each one that happens. So I get paid that, and then obviously I've got the Discords as well, which pay me money as well. So I do appreciate everyone that supports that. But also I hope that it is valuable. That's the whole point of them. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made them. Otherwise, I'm hoping they're valuable. Like the community that we've built and in the One Big Journey Discord is just insane. Like it's just incredible, and that's just how I make my money really. So I've got like multiple revenue streams, multiple income streams, you could say. Sorry, and yeah. I kind of worked on them a lot more as well over time when the market was down a lot in 2022, 23 and stuff like that, because I was like, well, I don't want to see red all the time, so I want to focus on how I can make more money. So I spent those years just trying to hustle and focus, and I'm constantly working. Like that's the reason why I didn't do a portfolio video this weekend, because I was working all weekend, and then I've been working last in the week as well. So yeah. Um, yeah. So how long have we been streaming for? We've been streaming for 45 minutes. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I need to seriously sort this out. I've been I've been getting too many Uber Eats. I just got one for lunch. Like, what am I doing? Ever since Uber Eats has come to my area, because it's taken years to get to my area. Ever since it's got to my area now, I got the Uber One membership, and it really entices you to get more, which is not good. I've been so incredibly lazy. Like, I need to just not. Not saying I'm getting it every day, but I'm definitely getting it like twice a week at the moment, which isn't good. It's a lot of money. I do all sorts of videography. I didn't niche down. I do weddings. I do event videos, corporate. Corporate's the best paying by far. Um, yeah, do all sorts. I don't niche down into one thing because I'll get bored. No, I don't actually know who that is, to be fair. Joseph Carson, no. How's everyone's day at work been so far? Because I'm going to have to get back to doing some work. But my go-to order changes all the time. Love Chinese, love pizza, love burgers. Um, yeah, not good. I've been eating so unhealthy, and it's like, yeah, yeah. The problem is it becomes like a bit of an addiction of like you ordering every day because the convenience of it and the food's good. So and then you just realize you're just spending way too much. So I think after this little chat, I'm gonna definitely try and stop it. Should do a food shop tonight. To be fair, I should do a food. No, that's what I should do. I should do a food shop tonight and chicken, rice, broccoli. Get back on just eating healthy. The other thing is as well, I love eating out, but then I think that's a good thing. That's a social thing. Like there's things that you should do for your mental well-being, like just with your mates, like, and just yeah, I think it's important. Yeah, I should delete the Uber app. To be fair, if everyone in the stream, if you're able to hit the like button, be much appreciated. We've got 8 likes at the moment. Um, yeah, so just to clarify before I do end the stream, I am looking at these type of stocks. So these are the stocks that I am personally looking at if I'm going to go into the invest account. Um, and first up is Meta. I wanted this at 500 when it was at 500, but I didn't. But I even still like it at this price because if we have a look as well, Meta estimates. It's just not going to load, is it? For a minute, I was like, "That's a crazy EPS." Um, so, so we're currently at. So $24 in 2024. Which is there. but hitting $34.35 in 2027. So yeah, and I think there's more growth there. So Meta is one that I would like to get into. Solid company. Solid. And then Amazon. I think Amazon's looking good. But we'll see. I mean, they are bigger companies, but it's fine. Yeah, Sean, I think Grab's gonna. I think I'm gonna buy some shares of Grab. To be honest, um, I'm just holding. I'm holding out. I know it's going down, but I'm holding out even more to see if I can get in even better. Because I'm just worried that there we are. Surely we're going to get correction before April. I mean, I got £4,000 before April, so by any time from then to then, surely we're going to have some sort of correction. But Grab's earnings are coming up, and I'm sure they would have done quite well in their earnings. Well, or will look like a better company than they are now from last earnings. So yeah. So if I wanted, really, it would cost me £2,000 if I wanted to get to cost me that amount, £1,880 to get to 2,000 shares. Not at the moment, and not Chinese stocks at the moment, no. Do you know what? I don't know. I really don't know. Because I just don't want to spend and then my cash is run out in the ISA account and then that's it. I mean, obviously, yes, you got the invest account, so it's not game over, end of the world, but yeah, we will see. I might end up buying some Grab today. I might. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream because I need to get back to work. Hopefully every one of you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully everyone's having a good day at work, and yeah, hopefully, I mean, like I keep saying, I am constantly looking for deals in the market. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see you in the next stream, and I thank you everyone who did like as well. We've gone from 8 likes to 23 likes, so I really do appreciate that. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, I'll see you in the next stream or video.